Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Paul with The Good Parts. Hope you're having a great day. This is take two, coming to you with episode 67 of The Good Parts, a daily social media show where I go live Monday through Friday, 11:11 Eastern, roughly, to share one good part from my life and or business that hopefully can help you create more happiness, joy, abundance, freedom, prosperity, goodness, all the good things that life has to offer. I went live just a minute ago, and Sarah let me know my sound wasn't working. So if you could do me a favor and comment below if you hear me, I want to make sure my sound is on before I get too far into the content today. Yay, Sarah! Thank you so much for letting me know the sound wasn't working. I'm in my new car, and sometimes my Bluetooth is connected to my car, and it doesn't pick up my audio, so I had to shut my Bluetooth off. So thank you so much for letting me know that my sound wasn't working. So let me get into the content. If you're joining me live though, comment below, let me know who you are, where you're plugging in from. I'd appreciate that. Hey Jeremy, good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Sean Jardine, good to see you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, if you're catching this on the replay later on, do me a favor and hit hashtag replay. I would appreciate that. So the content today, this is this is a little tip that I wanted to pass along that has to do with email marketing. In my company, I get the chance to see a ton of emails. I get to test a ton of emails. I get to see all kinds of emails people are writing. And in combination with that, I've been building a business from home for just under 2 decades where I've written thousands of emails, easily thousands of emails. And those emails that I've written have produced thousands of sales and helped me to get into a situation where I'm now completely financially free. So I'm so thankful for that. And also, I think that experience gives me a unique perspective on email marketing. And so, in today's live, I wanted to pass along one, I think, often overlooked tip for writing emails that can make a big difference in the efficacy of your email marketing. Sarah, Essex in the UK, very cool, across the pond. Thanks for being here. I've never been to the UK. Do you like it over there? Do you recommend visiting? I think that would be a fun place to visit. And Veronique's tuning in, and with the whole family. Hey, hello, whole family in Belgium. Good to see you guys. Okay, so here's the tip. I noticed that sometimes when people begin to write emails for their business, there are two tendencies. Tendency number one is to go for the sale quickly because they want to make money, and that's completely understandable. Tendency number two is to speak in your email as if you're writing to kind of like some random stranger that you've never met before. And so the result of the intent, those two combined intentions of going for the sale and then also speaking to a stranger, the result of those two intentions typically produces an email that looks more like an ad. And ads definitely have their place, but the magic for me in email marketing over the years has not been to have my emails look like an ad, but rather to have my emails look more like advice and friendship and wisdom from a trusted friend and or mentor. That's kind of my goal. When people get my emails, I don't want them to think that I'm a stranger. I don't want them to think that I'm just trying to sell them something. I want them to think that I am a trusted friend and I'm doing my very best to serve them and lift them and teach them and educate them and also help them to avoid pitfalls maybe that I've stepped into, and also at the same time help them receive benefits and achieve the results that they want to achieve a little bit faster. That's kind of the end goal that I'm looking for. And I've noticed that there's a state that I get into when I write my emails that helps a lot for this, and that's really what I want to share today. Sarah says, "Come visit. I'll take you to meet the king." Wow, you know the king? Very cool. That's quite an offer. So thank you, Sarah. I may take you up on that. Gregory says, "Thank you for sharing this." Yeah, my pleasure, Greg. Thanks for tuning in from Columbus. Okay, so here's the intention. When you sit down to write an email, if you can, rather than think like those two things that I said, like get a sale and then I'm talking to a stranger, if you can imagine that you are writing an email to someone that you love very, very much, like maybe a child, if you've got kids. I've got 4 kids. And so getting into a state where I'm imagining that, let's say my oldest son, Caden, for example, let's say somewhere down the line, he happened to find his way onto my email list. How would I want to write to him? How would I want to express myself? What words would I want to share with him that would actually help his life and help him make better decisions? That's the state that you want to get into. It's not, can I get a sale? Can I write an email that's going to get somebody's money? Can I say whatever it is I have to say that's going to get someone to click the link and buy? It's, can I express myself as a trusted advisor and mentor? What is the best that my soul has to offer this person that just subscribed to my email list? And another state of being that's kind of related to this is, if you are clear on who your target market is, if you can step into their shoes, for example, if you can put your, like for example, when I first got started online, I'd been building a network marketing business offline for a number of years, and I was struggling. I was in pain. I was living in a trailer house. My business wasn't growing as fast as I wanted it to grow. I was sick and tired of, all the ways that people were telling me that I had to build my business. And I was really looking for a miracle, honestly. That's where I was when I came on the internet. So if I'm writing an email to someone like me, if I can use my imagination to step into that person's mind and then write an email that would help that person and give them hope and give them the sense that, oh my gosh, Paul is like, he's who I'm looking, he's who I've been looking for. He has my best interests at heart. He knows how to help me. That's also another very, very useful state. But underlying both of these, whether you imagine that you're talking to a child or one of your best friends, or where you used to be, or who your target market is, I think the real magic underlying it all, and it goes to the title of this live, The Magic of Intention, the real magic underlying all of it is a state of love and sincerity and a genuine desire to help this person. If you can do that, when you write your emails, they will come across as totally different from the vast majority of other emails that people are getting out there in the world. Because what are most other people doing? They're looking for the sale. They want to close the sale. They're going to use anything and everything they can in that email to get the sale. And that could include hype. It could include false promises. It could include promising the world. And I like to think of this metaphor, how do you stand out in a world where everyone is shouting? And that's kind of how I view, like, the all the ads and the hype and the urgency and the buy my stuff right now or your life's going to be horrible. These types of things. It's like everyone is shouting at people to buy, join, I'm the best. You got to get started with my thing. And if that's the case, how does one stand out in that world? And my answer to that is, instead of shouting, you whisper. And how do you whisper? You come across with genuine love and sincerity, and you make it clear in your emails that your number one priority is to help that person, get to where it is that they want to go. And if that includes buying something from you that can help them, great. And if that includes not buying something from you that can help them, great. If you can give them some advice or something else that can help them, great. And that's intention. And when people perceive that you have the intention to be of genuine service, the walls of suspicion fall down, a foundation of trust is built. And that's really what I think you want in a long-term relationship. Like, if you think about the relationships you have in your life, some of my very best friends, they're people that I trust, and I know they care about me, and I know they're not just trying to get my money all the time. They want good things for me, and I want those people around me in my life. And so if that's the case for me, it would make sense that the people on my email list would probably, have that same response to people who are treating them that way. And so, to wrap all of this up, I have a two-step phrase that popped in my brain that I think is a good phrase. It's a two-step thing to remember. Number one, people first. Number two, business. So people first, business second. If you approach it from business first with people in the background, I don't think you're going to have as good of results. But if you approach it from people first, the number one intention is to help the people, and they feel that, and then business kind of mixed in with that, but kind of taking a second. So like, in other words, what's the most important to you and to me? Is it making a commission? Is that the most important thing in the world? Or is it providing service to someone that could help them? If providing service to someone that could help them is most important, then they will feel that, they'll feel that. And so, yeah, when you sit down to write an email, put yourself in the state where you're imagining that the person who just put their name and email in your capture page is a person with hopes and dreams and goals and problems and struggles and doubts and negative family situations and negative relationship situations. All of these things are going on for this soul that just came through your lead capture page. And if you can treat people like that, and if you can communicate like that, I think your results will be far, far better. So that's my thoughts today. Hopefully it's been of value to you. I see a lot of great comments coming in. So thank you so much, everybody, for the comments. I'm going to come back and display all those comments on the screen and highlight them. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them below. But I do want to give a plug, and that plug is for me. You got to be willing to promote yourself, not in an egotistical sort of way, but you have to be willing to believe in your value, know that you can be a positive impact and difference for people, and then be willing to let people know how they can partake of that value. So this is my chance to do that. If you're finding me for the first time, I do these lives Monday through Friday, same time roughly. And if you got value from today's video, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to me on social media, wherever it is that you're finding this video. And then also, if you want to make sure that you get my best content and you don't miss any of it, I would love to encourage you to visit my website there on the screen, paulhutchings.net/GIFTS. Pick up a cool free gift. I've got some more training, marketing, lead gen training, inspirational stuff, things that I, in my best attempt, I've really done my best to try to put together some things that can add value to your life. And it's like a grab bag of goodies. So you can go to that page and pick the one that resonates the most with you, and you'll be subscribed to my email list. So that's how you get more from me. I'm going to come back to the fun part and check the comments here. Arnita says, good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon to you, Arnita. Thanks for tuning in. Sarah Jane says, if I get an email that looks like an advert or sales pitch, I don't read them. But if I get a more personal one that I can relate to, I'll read. Such a great comment. Thank you for that. And speaking to that, one other tip is, another thing you can do when you write emails is you can imagine you're writing an email to someone that that's within your community or your target market, like an actual person. I will do this almost every day when I write an email. So I'll start to write the email, and then I'll think of like Amy, my friend Amy, or my business partner Mike, or someone, and I'll literally imagine that I'm writing a message to that person. And that can really help with producing the effect that Sarah Jane is talking about there. Mr. Jeremy Bro says, wow, that. Thanks, Jeremy. Shannon says, thank you. You're so very welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, Shannon. Siobhan says, ooh, I love it, Paul. So good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Siobhan. Jeremy says, that's powerful. Thank you, Jeremy. And it really is, like I've tested this stuff, I've used this for such a long time, and it seems to work extremely well. Booker says, great tips. I get those email messages every single day. Oh, thanks, Booker. Appreciate that. Thanks for being on my email list. And thanks for all the value you add to my life. I appreciate you so much. Sarah says, this is great advice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mendel Krieger says, thanks, Paul. People first, business second. I like how you say that. Watching from Thailand. Hey, thanks. Thanks for being here from Thailand, and appreciate the positive feedback here. Nick Romani says, OMG, I hate the hype. Whisper the truth and be transparent and honest, and the truth shall set you free in the long run with long-lasting relationships. Amen to that, Nick. The hype is a temporary buzz. Then you crash and burn, and you have to keep going more and more. Why? I'd rather be truthful and compassionate to people's needs, and most of them will never forget. That's 100% the truth, Nick. Hype can create sales in the short term, but it creates disappointment in the long term. And if you want to build a residual income, which has been my passion for the last 2 decades, trust is an essential element for long-term residual income. hype destroys trust. If you promise someone something that they then fail to realize, that is not a good experience and they won't want to stick around long term. So this is why I think hype, even though a lot of people think that it's a fast, quick, get rich, get some money type of thing, which maybe it is in the short term, it's the long term that suffers, as with so many other areas of our lives. We want to think long term. Wealthy people think long term, poor people think short term. Veronique says, thanks for sharing. My pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Billy Montes says, what's up? Love your emails, man. Hey, thanks so much, Billy. That's a big compliment coming from you, an expert email marketer. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Billy says, love that view above your head, man. So cool. Thank you so much. I love it too. There are so many things about this car that I am just freaking in love with. And I'm planning on doing a video soon to kind of show all the really cool things about this car. But I want to make sure I'm aware of all of the things, because it seems like I keep learning new things every day. So appreciate that. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Get out there, take action, go for your dreams. And I'll hopefully catch you in a future episode of The Good Parts, or maybe even see you in my email inbox. All right, take care. Bye for now, guys.